Alright, y'all. So, I'm say this about more here. Okay. We put the cute in client confidence. Our clients simply glow. And for our glow ticket topics and conversations that truly matter. So, Authentic Glow Coaching presents the Confidence Catalyst. And today we're going to talk about, how to enhance your confidence even when you're dating. So, it's difficult to just find your person, okay? Okay. Finding your person entails to a bit of some effort and work. Okay. So that's first and foremost. And finding your person is so much work because they're really, well worth the efforts. And so now, as you are on dates, in order to find who you're looking for, you will see and notice that some of them are just plain cuckoo, okay? And when someone is mistreating you, as you try to find what your ideal partner is and is at, you will see that certain behaviors are going to pop up. And the man who is, badgering or being anything less than gentlemanly, you notice you have to keep pushing. Nice date, it went horribly. Okay, cool. I got it out of the way. Yeah. Go ahead on and leave that in the past. Confidently. Now, as you move forward, you can see the differences now. The one is giving you just too much attention. We know a successful man isn't really about that life. Okay, boom, move on. Then you have the entity who is just such a follower that they just follow all the trends, no matter what they are. Okay, you just follow a little too easily. Okay, let's move on from that. We know we moving forward, and he's not allowed to come either. Do so with confidence. Do so confidently. And you do those things so that you can make room for the things that you want. Because we know that when somebody is really just too willy-nilly to follow the trends, instead of create ones that are more in harmony with what's really necessary and taking place, then you know that person's going to create more of the same things in your life. And when you're building a life around confidence and a family that's stability, and you have your kids growing up and watching those examples, so that as the generations go forward, they can have similar moments to create similar patterns. And so you have to do those things confident. So it's not necessarily just about you. And even the men that we go out on dates with, if this is how their behavior is, and they are thinking that that's what's going to take place, and years down the line, they keep doing those things, they may grow to resent you. This is all that you really have allowed me to do in my whole lifetime. You have never challenged me or made me grow in any way that was of a benefit to my life at all whatsoever. So most likely it's going to end really, really, really badly. Okay, and then let's say you have the guy who is just broke as ever, but they still want to go out on a date. Okay, so you just out here flexing like you got it like that, and you really just don't, for real. And now we're going to go ahead on, and instead of feeling like, I got to pinch the pennies to help you out, I'm just going to go ahead on because you just a little too cost conscious, okay, and X that out as well, because you want to be able to take trips, you want to be able to travel, you want to be able to go out the country if you want to, you want to be able to go to a shopping spree and go to the Chanel stores. You want to be able to have your wants fulfilled instead of constantly feeling like you pinching the pennies in order to make sure we're not breaking the budget. Okay, move forward. Have the confidence to say, okay, now, know the financial standards that you're looking for as well when you date, and especially as you're looking to pursue marriage. And then let's say, for an example, you run into an entity who for a fact is a certain way that you're looking for. You're looking for the men to take you on a date and wine and dine, and princess treatment, and you find yourself footing the bills. Now, I don't think nothing's wrong with that, because young ladies that's independent, that you'd rather go ahead on and break out your bank account any dates and just have somebody talk to you in your kind of way. So, you really just want to be mindful. But then again, that lets you know that somebody is just way too cuckoo to even sit down with and properly do a date night. So act accordingly. Go ahead on, move on about your business. Your pocket might be lighter, but guess what? So is your well-being. Okay, so that's a really good sign, as they say. Be light as birds when it comes to dealing with men and dating. And ladies, this is so true. Like, always be prepared to pay and have your money to do whatever it's about to do, and do so with confidence, because these men can trick you up. You can be out there stranded, and what you gonna do? You're gonna need to have the means to provide a lifestyle for yourself that this person cannot do. And by having those means available, you can differentiate between who can and who can't, and help you become a better person for yourself, and who can afford to take you out, and who can't necessarily feel as though they're able to do those things because they just too hard pressed up for time or money or attention or whatever the case may be. So as you kind of sort of want to figure out what, for an example, as well as I move forward, the idea that I'm in the presence of a guy that's getting ready to become a hubby, I am confident enough in my decision to say exactly what it is that I want, and regardless of the cost, regardless of a price point, and if you are unable to purchase those things now, I was like, okay, well, cool. I'm not going to get mad about it yet, because I do expect them, and I will allow for some time to actually allow them that type of manifestation. Now, that's really how you have to have that confidence as the level to get to that particular type of manifestation that we're dreaming of. And it's nothing wrong with that. So as you date, ladies, I swear, get cute, go out, have fun, but be on the lookout for signs that people are playing with your emotions and are trying to do so with intent to cause you harm. So have your finances in order as you get ready to go out to date, and just have your wits about you as well. These men probably really mean well. They probably do. Anybody too ready to jump into bed is also a red flag. It's like, okay, you way too focused on physical things and so less on the emotional connection behind what this is going to foster. That lets you know that you dealing with a person that's still a little cuckoo, and you need to have your resources in order so that you can go ahead on about your business and do so successfully. And that's ultimately what you got to do to find yourself in the presence of a person who may really care about you. And then you might find that you are with somebody who cares about you, but you just are like, wow, so enthralled that you can barely even speak, and that might last for years. So just be mindful, ladies. Okay, so make sure that you are liking and subscribing as well for these. And you can follow us on our other social channels if you want. I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Enjoy your day and Merry Christmas. All right, bye-bye.